Hey everybody, this is Chicago Charlie, and I'm making a commentary video real quick just to talk about pendulum summoning and pendulum monsters, and basically to tell everybody to calm the fuck down because it's really not as bad as everybody thinks it is. I mean, people said synchros and Xyz were gonna be bad, but I mean, cards like Stardust, you're not really worried about Stardust or Zen mains anymore because they're easy to get over now, which is eventually going to happen with this. It's going to maybe start off strong and then slowly fade to normality, basically. Uh, there's a few cards in here that are pretty broken as far as the potential that they have and what could be done with it. For instance, this Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Each monster, they have a pendulum effect and a monster effect. Not everyone has a monster effect. Like this one's a vanilla. It doesn't have a pendulum effect or a monster effect. But nevertheless, it's a warrior that you can Rota, and he's level 4. But overall, pendulum summoning isn't that bad because the most you're probably going to be able to summon early game is 3, because they're changing the new rule to you can't draw at the start of your turn. I think you can still use cards like Upstart though, because on here they let you do that. They let you card D and Upstart even if you go first if you're playing OCG rules. But it's really not as bad as people think, because if you place 2 of these, the most you're going to be able to do is special 3 monsters if you open nothing but monsters, and from then you have no cards in hand. So if you just get Black Rosed or Dark Hold, I mean, what can you do? You're top decking next turn. Who cares if you can pendulum summon one monster that can probably be normal summoned after you got Black Rose? I know I don't give a fuck. If I get a Black Rose or Dark Hole against you and you pendulum summon and go balls deep on your first turn, you're not really using it how it's supposed to be used. I think this is supposed to be slow rolled. Basically, you you pendulum summon one monster at a time if you're not going for game, just to make plays where you can actually plus and keep your hand advantage over your opponent. Because if you don't use these smartly, if you don't play smart when you play these, you will lose. I mean, I just tried. I played with them and on Dev Pro and or YGO Pro, whatever, and I lost because I was playing against Prophecy, and I just tried to go balls deep first turn. It wasn't the smartest idea because everything got faded, and they still made their normal plays. They just went about their day. I mean, some decks can use these to their advantage, like gadgets. They can use these to their advantage hugely. Scraps, even ninjas to some extent. But at the same time, you have to play smart, or otherwise you're gonna lose. It doesn't matter how many monsters you special in one turn. You could still get bottomless. You can still get warninged, and they count as inherent summons off of pendulum summons. So if you special 3 or even 5 off of a pendulum summon and they warning you, all 5 of your monsters are gonna go to grave. All 5 of your monsters will get banished by bottomless, and if you can't chain max C to a pendulum summon, by the way. So in summation, I think everybody should calm the fuck down because this is not that bad. Just wait till you play it. Wait till you play against it, and you will see that if they don't allocate their resources wisely, then it doesn't matter what they do. And that's what the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Regardless. I mean, if you play dragons and you're just banishing everything from your grave in one turn just to make a push play that ends up not going through, then you didn't play the deck right. So with these monsters, they're all pretty cool. My favorite one is Intermate Tiptoed. It's a really cool effect that's really like I can see it working just because the pendulum effect is once per turn you can get over big things. Once per turn you can target one face-up monster on the field, switch its current attack and defense until the end of this turn. This is a really, really cool card. I mean, because I was playing against Fire Kings, and I placed this in the Pendulum Zone, summoned Hanzo, and then used this effect to switch the defense with the attack of Garunix. So Garunix went down to 1700, and Hanzo was able to run him over for 100, and I still got my trap set. So this card is extremely good and extremely underrated, uh, and I could see this getting a lot of play just because it lets you deal with problem cards, and for it to be like if you're running only level 4 monsters and above, this is not a bad combo at all. Intermit Tiptoed with Magician of Chronomancy isn't bad at all. Because once per turn, activate this only. Activate only if you control no monsters. That's kind of shitty. If a pendulum monster you control battles, your opponent cannot activate any trap cards until the end of the damage step. So this only works on pendulum monsters. That's kind of bad. That's actually really bad. See, some of these they don't even fucking matter. I mean, the deck's not. I mean, the cards in the pendulum are not that bad. I'm guessing there will be a pendulum archetype where you can have a deck full of nothing but pendulums, and I could see that becoming very problematic, very annoying. But until that happens, if Konami allows that to happen, which they probably will, I don't have any problem with pendulum monsters. I know I haven't made a lot of videos in a while. I actually quit the game for like 3 or 4 months, but I'm slowly getting back into it, trying to get my collection back up. So, like, comment, rate, and subscribe if you want more videos. Thank you.